Hey everybody, it's your friend Jason Pound here answering the top real estate questions asked by home buyers in today's real estate market. We are decorating for the awards ceremony tomorrow. Question we're tackling today comes from a realtor mastermind that I was recently a part of. Multiple realtors have had multiple clients decide not to purchase houses because their parents said that now, which happens to be March 2026, is not a good time to buy a house. Prices are too high, interest rates are too high. Let's just wait and be patient. So the question is now a bad time to buy? Short answer, no. Right now, 2026 is the absolute best time to buy a house since 2010 to 2012. That was the last buyer's market that we are in. Technically, we are in a balanced market right now, and it could turn into a buyer's market. It could turn into a seller's market again. We are at a tipping point in history. Nobody knows how politics are going to affect things. Nobody knows how the war is going to affect things. But everybody can do math, and the math says now is the time to buy. As usual, however, let me over-explain. First of all, I want to talk to us about supply and demand. I call it the baseball card theory. A Babe Ruth baseball card is valuable because it is both rare and desired. A Jason Pound baseball card is rare, but not desirable. Take some generic baseball player that played in the league for, 5 to 10 years, was not a huge superstar. I'm not a huge baseball fan. I used to collect baseball cards. I can't come up with a baseball player off the top of my head to match this example, but those of you who collect baseball cards know that there are a ton of baseball cards worth 2 and 3 cents out there right now. And there's some pretty valuable cards out there right now. Houses are the same way. The more rare they are from a supply perspective, the more valuable they are. The more rare and desirable they are, the more valuable they are. I apologize. The more that they are desired and the more rare they are, the more your home goes up in value. Right now, we have the highest inventories in the history of Oklahoma real estate. In some neighborhoods, you're actually competing against 30% more listings right now than there were this time last year. Supply is high. That means houses are less rare. When you dig into the market, you find that homes that don't require a price reduction to sell, they're selling about 17 days. They're very desirable and they're very rare. They disappear. However, homes that are requiring a price reduction to sell, they're sitting a median days of 119. Houses are no longer rare. And if they don't check everybody's boxes and they have tons of deferred maintenance, they're not as desirable. So what makes those houses more desirable? Prices fix that. So right now, buyers are negotiating on price. They're negotiating on repairs. They are negotiating roofs and foundations and home warranties, all sorts of things. Because the supply is so high, buyers have more options than they have ever had, and sellers feel more pressure to sell to you because you're a buyer that wants to do something right now, and there aren't as many buyers in the market right now as there were this time last year. So, that being said, I want to draw our attention to the interest rate environment. Coming out of the COVID years, we have been spoiled to 2, 3, and 4%. Those are historical anomalies that will never come back in our lifetime. It took a pandemic. It took the shutting down of our entire nation to get to those interest rates. It could happen again, but the probability is very, very low, and we don't bank on that. But here's the problem. Say the rates do drop to 2, 3, and 4%. Home prices and mortgage interest rates have an inverse relationship. As the rates go down, the prices go up. As the rates go up, the prices go down. So think about it. What's going to happen to home prices if we do start hitting 2, 3, and 4% again? Prices are going to go even higher than they are right now. And there are pockets of Oklahoma that experience 30% appreciation per year during recent times. That's cool off, but that's a huge, huge number. So think about it. What if we knew that rates were going to get low? It would be intellectually smart to buy now while prices are stabilized. And then when the rates drop, refinance. You get to have your cake and eat it too. It truly is the best time to buy that it's been in a long, long time. My name is Jason Pound with Jericho Pound Realty Group. I service the entire Oklahoma City metro area with hyper-local expertise in South Oklahoma City, Moore, and Norman. If we can ever be of assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, peace out. Have a great life.